Good afternoon, good day. How are you all today? Sincerely, how are you all today? I'm coming before you because there's a couple things that I want to offer you. Before I make the offer, I want you to understand that what is on my heart and mind to say to you all is an absolute necessity that we adhere, we listen, and we move forward. I'm offering you all the opportunity to gain financial freedom. How do we do that? We do that by pulling our resources and coming together and making it happen. Our government is failing. The world is failing. The world as we know it or has known it will never be the same again. So I'm sharing opportunity first to be able to get and receive $63,000 a month. This is not a pipe dream. This is not a Ponzi scheme. This is not a pyramid scheme. We have to get rid of certain sayings that stand in our way of financial freedom. We were taught these things by people who created the Ponzi scheme, the pyramid scheme. The biggest pyramid that we can ever have is a job. What does that mean? That means somebody at the very top of whatever job that you're working at is making the money and then determining your annual worth based upon how they leverage your sweat equity off of your labor. That's a pyramid scheme. When we pull our resources, there's no big person. There's no big I's, there's little U's. That's people coming together to pull the resources so that we can be financially free and dependent on each other and not government, not jobs. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not telling no one to do anything radical and go quit your job. But wouldn't it be nice to go to your job daily and know that you're showing up because you want to be there, not because it's a necessity? Knowing that you're showing up because of benefits, insurance, knowing that when you want to go purchase items that may require a loan, that you got two pay stubs to give to them. But your pay stubs is beautiful. However, you know that you can pay yourself what they're giving you. So, with that being said, family, I want to first under, make you understand that we're in a very crucial time. If any of you all are on Telegram, go to the serious minded community for those who want to establish 63K a month. I posted two videos from YouTube because for some reason when a black man tell you all what's forecast, you don't want to hear it. So I posted two YouTube videos where wise economists are telling you where we at and they're forecasting where we're going. And they're forecasting the fall of the US economy. It's real. And so when you have this information, you do nothing with it. When it falls, take accountability of you not being prepared. This country has experienced that you all know it, a major downfall started in March. Shut the country down. No more sports, no more concerts. Vegas, they shut gambling down, casinos down. Everything that this country was using to thrive was shut down. You're watching football again, but pay attention. There's no one in the stands. Fans pay the bill, pays the owners, pays management, pays the players. Look at baseball. Look at basketball. There's no fans there. At one point in time, our G, our gross national product, was agriculture, food. Then it became in the industrial part, vehicles. Then tourism came into play. Now your airlines are shut down, tourist sites are shut down, your restaurants are shutting down. They are playing games with the economy, not to put you in a hysteria or panic, but it's real. How many of us are now just being able to go to certain restaurants? Certain restaurants didn't survive. That means the unemployment is extremely high. I have a friend that I can't mention, but they work for the Illinois State Department, and I didn't know what department they worked in until they told me. But they oversee unemployment. And they told me, what you've been saying is grossly understated. The unemployment is high, higher this year than it's been in 10 years combined. I'm like, wow. And we can't handle the caseloads. And there's going to be a lot of people that's not going to get it. I shared that with you all so I can get off this video real quick. The time and the urgency is now. While we have it, do something with it to make it grow. God shut the world down, and inside shutting the world down, he drew us to our homes. The stay or shelter and home order came into place. This is the time we were supposed to assess what we have in our family and our communities of coming together. Uh-oh. Not only that, he introduced a concept that was new to many of us. To many of us. It was called family and friends sharing. Now, did we get, just like in anything in the world, did we get into some of these communities and thinking that we was going to thrive and do well, and those who started the communities didn't have the best intentions? Yes. The criminal element interested in everything that we do, but it should not put a black eye on those who really believe in the concept and want to do the work. This is what I'm introducing you to. I'm introducing you to the how and a community that's willing to do the work. $63,000 a month is not absent of work. You can't just throw your $500 in there and say, okay, cool, I'm here. No, it's work. And the biggest component of that is working together. So with that being said, family, we don't have an option if we want financial freedom. Now, if we don't want it, when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. But I'm, by the grace of God, have been blessed to meet so many people, and I know the spirit of these people. You got people who really want to save their future financially, so when it collapses, that's not their stress. When the country collapses, which is in the collapse portion right now, and this election is going to be even worse because you got two parties who don't want to work with each other for the solution, because the solution, if any one of them had it, the other, it represents votes. So their job is to sabotage each other at the detriment of the country. Yes, the wealthy will survive for a minute. They have a reserve. But how many of you all can say they can go 6 months to a year without working and still be able to maintain household, food, and the bare essentials of life? And if you can't do that, the time is now. So I'm going to get off the feed. But I want you to understand, I put you all together in the serious minded group to show you that there's strength in numbers. You yourself can grab 6 other people in that group. You have a core 7. Okay, now we agree to work with each other. The more you fill up the group, the more you have the people in there, and the more you have a pool of people that's like-minded that want to establish financial freedom. The hardest work that you're going to do is getting that first 63,000. After you've done that, you already set up a template that then becomes residually monthly, and that's called building out your board. Once you build out your board, all you have to do is repeat it monthly. And now here comes the biggest community part. You have to help those that you brought in, that come in after you, those that gift you. You got to help them to get gifted. They got to help the people that gifts them to get gifted. It's a beautiful concept. The group that I invited you all in, the overall group is called Millionaire Minds. But we have to believe that this is real and this is not a pipe dream. So, with that being said, family, I'm going to try to end it in 15 minutes. If you want to know more how the process works, reach out to me. But the first thing I want you all to do is identify people within the group. We got people in this group that come from different groups all over the country. Some was successful, and some of them got into what they call stalled flowers. How? Because down the line, I'm talking about the good groups. I ain't talking about the bad groups that go out and say, well, I want you to just give me your $1,400 and I'll give you, give me $2,000 or give me $1,400 and now you ain't got to bring nobody. When somebody tells you that, run. Because this is a people-oriented, it's called family and friends sharing. And if you're not bringing your family and friends into the equation, what is it backed by? Just like the U.S. economy, nothing. All of our jobs are being farmed out to other countries. When you go to customer service, you can't even understand what they're saying in most companies that you have to deal with customer service. Our jobs are going elsewhere. The job market is depleting. Our essential jobs are in trouble. So I put you all there to show you that there's strength in numbers. Your core 7 is inside of that group. The numbers that you need to complete a board is inside that group. Reach out to each other. Build a community. The money will come. To do nothing is to prepare yourself for failure. So you all can reach out to me and I'll show you how the process works. The process works. We just have to work it. We have to work it and we can't be selfish. Our commitment is to help everybody who is concerned about their financial freedom and gets involved to help them out. That's our commitment. So you can establish $63,000 a month. It's going to take work. It's not easy. You're going to have to bring people that you care about. This is not for people who are immature, and this is not for people who are financially illiterate. Now, if they're financially illiterate and they're willing to be taught, then this is for them. But if they're not willing to be taught, this is not for them. We're not going to sugarcoat it. This is a people-driven community, and we impress on all of you all to get to know the people that you are rocking with, because that makes the journey that much more easier. Once you fill out your motherboard, your core 7 fills out a motherboard, your job is halfway done. The second part of your job is to help the people that you brought along and inspire and encourage them to help the people that they brought along. So thank you for listening. I wanted to put this out to you all. I want you to understand that you can call me at any time. Put 10 people in there a piece that you think that would be interested in it. And in it, you're already forming your board. It's just that simple. But I will leave you with this. The way the economists, the so-called wise economists are predicting, we'll be lucky if we make it past this year. The consumers are not going out and buying, using buying power as strong as they used to. So now the companies that's selling are closing doors. They're letting employees go. So if we make it to Christmas and it does a little spark to the economy, maybe. But after Christmas, we're in trouble. And if we have not did anything in preparation for that trouble, shame on us. So I know you all can do it. You all can absolutely do it. I trust in and believe in you. We have been called together for a reason. Let's make that reason impactful. This is not illegal. So those who can try to scare you and say this is illegal, this is not illegal. You can't tell me if I want to gift my auntie, if I want to gift my grandma, if I want to gift my best friend, that that's illegal. What's the illegal thing is the free-minded people want to be free and independent of government. That's the illegal part. In this country, the government has never wanted the oppressed, the enslaved to be free and non-dependent on them. What's illegal is to tell you to go spend your $20 in the lottery, and knowing that it's a game of chance and you will never get your money back. How many people that you met didn't hit the lotto, hit the Mega Millions? Tell me how many people you met. What's illegal is to tell somebody to go spend their hard-earned money on blackjack, on dice. But guess what? We catch you rolling dice in the street, it's illegal. Why? Because their hand is not in it. So anytime you try to break free and do something for yourself, it's illegal. But isn't it ironic? A few months ago, a couple of the major banks tried to break into the Susu community to be a part of the Susu concept so that they can get your money, store your money, and leverage your money off of loans to make them richer. It's illegal for the oppressed to be free. It is. Only time this becomes illegal when you scam people and you lie and you don't use integrity. It's family and friends sharing. And can't nobody tell me I can't share nothing with my family and friends. May God continue to bless you all. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions on how the process works, I will share it with you. If you have any questions of who you can be paired with, I will help you out with that as well. Thank you.